Good afternoon and welcome to Titan Talk. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. You've got myself, Lieutenant Coop, and we got our wonderful local talent, Captain McFarland.
Hello.
We have a special guest with us today, back to give us a little bit more information about our Team Titan events. We have Kim with us. Kim, thanks for joining us again today.
Good afternoon, Kim.
So Kim's going to give us a little bit more detail. We have a Team Titan event coming up on the 11th. A email blast was sent out to everybody to give some direction about it and information, but Kim's going to kind of do the same thing. She's going to walk us through what the event is and what's going on with it, and just give a little bit of information. So if you guys have any questions, just let us know, and if we don't have the answer, we'll relay it to Kim so Kim can tell us, because she knows a lot more about this than we do. So thanks for joining us, guys. Diego, welcome. Suzanne, hi. Welcome back. We haven't seen you in a little bit. And thanks, everybody, for joining us. All right, so Kim, give us a little bit more information about the event coming up on March 11th.
So generally speaking, we're doing something similar to what we had originally planned. We had planned to do a canine event with demonstration. However, because of some projected chilly weather and potential snow, we had to bring it indoors. So we are still going to have the couple of canine handlers come out from Lenexa. And they will do a short Q&A, and then our, what's he called?
Titus?
No.
Oh.
The short one.
This guy?
Me?
Yeah.
Lieutenant Coop?
Lieutenant Coop.
No, I don't remember what your thing is. You know, he's the talent, you're the...
I'm just...
He's the nerd.
At any rate,
Don't
the DJ.
start that.
Nerds.
Oh, my
Podcast
God.
DJ
Nerd.
is going to be running the Milo system, so we'll be able to get through a couple of really cool scenarios, which he can change up at any time
Yeah.
for absolutely no reason.
Yep.
Actually, yeah.
Coop likes to be the holder of the puppet strings.
That he
He
does.
likes the power.
I do. I love to be the guy
Yes.
behind the scenes controlling everything, as I sit here behind the scenes controlling everything.
Well, you're in front of the curtain this time.
Yeah, that's true now.
Don't
But
pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
See, watch. Ready?
What?
Curtain.
Curtain?
Now looking at Kim.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
So-
I don't see a curtain.
We were originally going to do food trucks, but since we're coming
Indoors.
inside, we are actually going to be doing some finger foods and water. And
Buffalo wings.
I wish.
Buffalo.
If only.
Get with April on that. She's the one who's doing
I'm sure she'd be happy
the
to.
acquiring of the food. But we're hoping to get all of our Titan people together, or anybody who's able to come, and their families.
Where's it
Because
at?
this is a family
This is
event.
a family
yeah,
event,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh, wait, Milo's there, so it's here. So
Yes.
Yeah.
It's here. What time?
It's here at 4 or 1600.
Okay. What day is it again?
and
March 11th.
March 11th. It's Saturday.
I know that answer.
Okay.
Not this Saturday,
Yep.
but next Saturday.
A Saturday away from this Saturday.
Right. And we haven't canceled the demonstrations. Let's be absolutely clear about that.
Okay.
It's just been moved to May because we're looking to have some better weather, and we're also looking on having a fire truck come out. We're looking at face paint.
I want to
It's
clarify
gonna
with
be
the
fun.
with the demonstrations you're talking about. You're talking about the bite suit demonstration.
Who's going to be wearing that?
Shut up. The man behind the curtain. He's going to be in a bite suit running for his life.
Coop just running in this huge bite suit.
If you've
four
never-
dogs attacking
Look,
him.
okay, you know what's funny? They make a bunch of different styles of the bite suits. Some are thinner than the others, make it really easy to run in. The one we have is not easy to run in. I look like a waddling marshmallow.
That just brings joy to my
The
heart.
Stay Puffed
And the funny,
Marshmallow Man.
the funny part about it is, the first time I ever saw a video, we actually recorded one with a drone, where the drone followed me,
I think I've seen that.
and I took off running, and it looks. I'm running like this because it was brand new suit, and none of it was bent. I couldn't bend the knees that long, like
Yeah.
that, so I was waddling, and like the most terrifying part is you can hear Titus behind you,
Yeah.
and it's not like it's not a subtle it's not a subtle like silent running. It's you can hear him galloping, and it's getting closer and
Yep.
closer, and your instinct is to turn and look, but
don't
it's the
wanna do
last
that.
thing you want to do.
Yep.
And all of a sudden it's just
Yeah, I know. When we played fetch in the yard with Eli, he might they're probably about the same weight. Eli's just a little stockier, and you'll hear him when he's running back with whatever I throw. It's just
Oh, yeah.
it's like
I'll tell you what, when you're
when I
wearing
want to be.
when you're wearing a bite suit and you're running and you know he's going to bite you.
Yeah, what if he
it's-
bites your head off?
So far
There's a waiver.
we've been lucky he hasn't gone above the shoulders.
Just really taking a gamble with that.
What,
No,
oh, it's the
he's well,
hands.
he's
it's-
well trained.
Oh,
He
he
knows what
is.
he's doing.
It's the hands that worried me though the first time.
They're not covered up.
No,
Yikes.
right here.
Yeah,
Stops right there at the
I
wrist.
would definitely. Yeah, you're a braver man than me.
The
Not worried
the
about
bite
becoming a
sleeve
Loveless?
the bite sleeve we had covered everything, so I wasn't super worried. But when we got the bite suit and I
hands
put it
were
on, it was like a
exposed?
jacket. I was like, "Eep, this is terrifying." And he goes, "Just don't move your hands fast." And I was like,
Oh, okay, sure.
"So run with my hands extended and hope." Okay.
Yeah.
So those, but that's the demonstration you're talking about is the demonstration of the biting and stuff like that.
So majority of what we're going to be focusing on is actually going to be bomb detection and drug detection. We can only do the bite suit if we have somebody who is willing and waiver signed and trained to be able to wear the suit.
Don't both of you look at me.
I'm just being
Just
polite.
saying, we
We're
have
on
a
the show
waiver
together. I have to
on
look
file for you.
Yes,
So,
I'm
Yeah.
aware.
so
It's already signed, sealed, delivered.
and
So, okay.
you know, a metal ball somewhere, but it's fine.
Yeah. Let me. So just I'm confused, but I'm pretty stupid. So this Saturday we're doing the Milo system and like just a hangout here.
Not this Saturday.
I mean,
next
I'm
Saturday.
sorry. Yes, correct.
On the
Sorry.
11th, yes. It's
on the
Milo
11th,
system
1600.
with a Q&A.
But there's
and
not gonna be any dogs or anything going on this next Saturday.
There will be dogs.
There's
They just
no
aren't going to do a
demonstrations.
demonstration.
Okay,
You'll have
okay.
the handlers. You'll have the dogs.
Okay, you can
just
meet
no
them,
demonstration.
pet the fur missiles and all that.
Right. The only fur missile we're allowed to pet though is
Titus,
Titus.
yeah.
The-
Yeah, you don't- those
the
are-
other two fur missiles are not socialized.
No, they are. Yeah, I mean those, and I mean people that know or that follow canine units. That I would love to do it, but at the same time be difficult because I'm such a dog person. I would want to love on them,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not. I mean, they are a tool. You know, they're a tool. They are. I mean, it's like a tool in a workshop. It goes into its home at night. They don't. I mean, it's. I don't want to say it's inhumane. I mean, because the dogs have good lives and everything, but it's just they don't get the affection because they're not supposed to. So there's a unique psychology to it. So yeah, just make sure you guys know that when you come in. Titus, he is friendly.
He's
but,
very friendly.
Yeah, he's a great dog.
So
but
I'm going
the
to put
other
it
ones
in
are-
there because I've seen a couple people already say it. But I'm going to put a little poll in there and said, should Coop wear the bite suit?
It's going to be an
And it's yes or
astounding
no, and
yes.
it's going to be an astounding yes, I know. But still, I'm going to put it out
How about
there.
we have Coop do it without the bite suit?
No,
and see what
absolutely not. You.
happens. Puffy jacket.
Never
Yes,
going to happen.
No. Oh.
Oop. Eep. Oop. Eep. What is eep? Is that new?
No, it's like eep, like,
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like an old-
I've
it's
It's
just
like a
never heard
happy
it.
squee.
it's no, it's like an old
Squee.
cart. No, it's like an old
Squee.
cart. It's like an old cartoon, like when the coyotes chasing the roadrunner,
Roadrunner?
and he goes over the
Oh,
cliff
I
and he
remember now.
stops and he puts up a little sign that says "eep."
Yep, I remember that now. I just thought maybe there's something new and hip was out that I wasn't aware of.
No.
I've already been betrayed.
Who was that?
Probably Diego.
Is it 4,000?
2 votes for yes.
Was it from the 400 kittens or whatever?
Suzanne says, "If I do it, you do it."
I'm not doing it.
He's not trained.
The bite suit wouldn't fit me. I'm too big.
Actually, no, it would fit you.
No, I've already tried it on before.
No, you haven't.
Maybe. Maybe. Plead the fifth. Cannot confirm nor deny.
But yeah, please make sure that we
It sounds like it's
RSVP
kid
for
family
this?
friendly too. So
Yes.
bring the family.
absolutely RSVP for this to make sure that we have enough food and water. There is a bathroom inside, so we will have access to that. And if a whole bunch of people come, we do have 2 areas that we can actually do the Q&A in, so it won't be overly crowded or anything.
Okay.
We'll be doing it in the atrium and in the training room.
Training room.
So
Cool. Well, that's exciting. I like the fact that we're getting together, and this podcast is nice because we can communicate with people to all 7 of our avid
Loyal
listeners.
fans.
But it's a pretty cool tool, and it should hopefully help get the word out because not everybody checks emails. I mean, we have to, but if you're just a stationary officer, that's probably not top of your priority, so it could get missed. But no, you guys should definitely come out and show your support. Free food, and you get to hang out with cool dogs, so it's hard to pass that up. Other than that, what else we got?
for anybody who's worried that the email got buried, we are going to send out one more reminder email so that you'll be able to RSVP from that one as well.
Cool.
So if it got buried, don't worry. It should be sent out again, actually end of today or tomorrow morning.
Okay. Cool. If anybody that's watching has questions, please speak now. Forever hold your peace.
I say, and again, that second email blast is going to go out. So if you missed the first one, we'll have it on the second one. Will be there. And then again, if any of if the email blasts don't answer your questions, you're welcome to reach out, and we'll do our best to filter those through and get you the answers we can, as speedily as we can. More than likely, if you guys call and ask, we'll probably have to say, hey, we're going to call you back, or we'll get you over to Kim or somebody who's got those answers, so you guys can get those taken care of as well.
Also, thank you to anybody watching this that helped pick up shifts today. We had it was a tough day for coverage. A lot of people
eventful.
It's Friday, so a lot of people. I'm sick. I can't come.
I do actually want to send a shout out for next week. For those of you who picked up any of the extra things that popped up last minute for this week, thank you. That actually helped out more than I can probably say out loud. But for next week, for those of you who picked up extra shifts, and for those of you who went outside your normal shift coverage hours and everything, thank you so much. Next week was probably the best help I think I've seen in a very long time. So thank you guys for picking up those extras and getting that taken care of.
Credit to the scheduling team as well. You guys did a fantastic job this week, getting prepped for the next. So just to kind of lift you behind the curtain, Coop's kind of buried into the future, and me and my team, the lieutenants, are kind of the fixers of the day. So we worked pretty well together, and this week was rough, but we got through it, and we have greener pasture for next week. So knock on wood. But and a big special thank you to everyone that jumped in. We had a client, I'm not going to say who, that had some pretty credible threats made to them by an outside party, and so we had some last minute coverage and patrols and stuff like that, and we were able to accommodate, and fortunately the person that made the threat is now incarcerated, so at least was. So they're picked up and charges were filed, so bad guy got what the bad guy deserves, and it ended up not needing as much. So thank you to those few that
were willing to help.
Yeah, they're like, absolutely, I'll jump right on it. So that's a really cool gesture, and just shows that we got the right guys doing the right things, so that's important.
So other than that, we got some comments here. We've got Suzanne saying some of her kids are excited to meet some of us.
Some of us, not all of us.
I mean, with some of the stories that probably leave from about us, I would believe that.
I think I gave him like candy last time he was here at the office. Her son.
No wonder he's happy to see you. He knows he's gonna get more candy.
Anytime there's kids around, I was just like, here, you want?
Here's some candy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you
because they're not mine.
Sugar.
Yeah, they're not mine. So when they have the sugar rush, it's later.
So I'm not allowed to buy my nieces and nephews gifts without approval from parents anymore.
Oh, I don't listen to that rule.
Well, I don't have a choice because the gifts get checked beforehand, and if it's candy, I have to go back and get something else because I am the uncle that is known for sugaring the kids up and be like, that's your problem.
Yeah, I'll see you later. I'm going home now. I got a couple nephews back in Indiana that they're great kids, and they're all, I think the oldest is 8, and they're like 2 or 3 years apart each. So there's 3 of them, and I get them what's called Flarp every year.
Oh,
it's literally like putty that goes in, and it makes
It's
like
farting putty.
Yeah, it's farting putty. You push it in, and their mother, my sister-in-law, absolutely hates it because they put it on everything, and it doesn't like stain or anything, but there's just little pieces of Flarp everywhere. And I got them a jar that was like this big around last year.
No.
And it's just like, it's so funny, and the kids love it. She's just like, really, again? I was like, yeah.
Last year I got the sticky hands so you can fling it and it sticks to stuff. And the pastime for about 3 days before Mom and Dad got angry was seeing how far they could go trying to hit Mom and Dad with those. I think the long one I bought was like
those kids are daring. If I tried to hit
like
my mom and dad
a
at that age, I would have woke up across the room and like, what
the
happened? Why is my
next week.
face
It was
hurt? Yeah.
the one of them was like 1.5 feet long, like just on its own, so it could stretch forever. And my nephew was like, "I'm gonna," and he and I think he got his dad like 3 or 4 feet away, and his dad just stopped, turned around, and goes, "Excuse me."
Yeah, that's what I would hear. I would hear the leather across belt loops, and then I just sprint.
Hope you can make it to the door.
Nope. He's got old man speed and old man strength. So, but yeah, no, I apologize, guys. I'm a fidgeter, as you probably all know that watch this, all 7 of you. I've got a very squeaky chair, so I apologize if that's annoying. I'm going to find some WD-40 and address it.
I don't think they shouldn't be able to hear it. It shouldn't register. It might, but I don't think it would. But yeah, so we only have 2 votes on that right now, and I'm happy with that. But they both say yes. So Not happy about that.
And end time.
Right.
The results are in. The results are in. The two people have spoken.
Other than that, weather for today, for the rest of the day, looks pretty normal. It looks like it's going to go high 30s. For the weekend, we're looking at partly cloudy all weekend, high 50s, and then mid 60s on Sunday. I don't see
Get some
any
yard work done Sunday. That'd be a perfect day for it.
I don't see any
So
rain
it's not
until
too
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, it's raining the whole. Yeah. Well, that won't be bad because I got to blow a bunch of leaves around. I leave my leaves on the yard during the winter because it's good for it, and then I put them all in a pile and burn them down in my burn pile. But when they're wet, it's sometimes easier to get them to clump together, and we'll just have to play it by ear. That, or I can do some limbing of the trees again.
Thanks, Diego. I was one of the ones who voted for Coop. Thanks.
Good.
Just as a matter of, I guess, warning, daylight savings is on the 12th. So the day after our event, you need to set your clocks 1 hour forward.
I think mine does it automatically.
That's
You know
it.
what's really funny, and this is going to show you how lazy I can be? My bedroom clock is a little digital one, and it looks just like this, a little smaller. I can set my phone on it to charge. Well, it's an hour ahead because I still haven't changed it. And I don't know how. I don't know how. Like, it's all like
That doesn't
touch.
surprise me at
There's
all.
no buttons or anything. It's like one of the fancy when my wife got it for me a while back. And
So what you're saying is here coming up, it'll be right.
yeah, so I was like, well, because like 2-3 weeks ago, I was like, man, I really need to fix that. Because I'll wake up in the middle of the night, I'll look over, and it'll be like 4 o'clock. But really, it's 3 o'clock. Yeah, and so I'm just like, oh, I gotta go to work now. I gotta get back to sleep or something like that. And so I finally was like, you know what? I really need to change that. I go, wait a minute, daylight savings is coming up. I've procrastinated so long
It
that I've
doesn't
caught
matter.
back up on
Yeah.
the calendar.
Diego, thanks for joining us, man. But yeah,
So-
no, I've had most of my clocks now are automatic updates. So,
I think the only ones that like our oven and our microwave will have to do, and then I have
I've never
have a
done my
hand crank
oven.
one.
I've never done my oven, so it just sits there. And
I have to do
blinks.
my car.
Oh
both of them,
yeah,
actually.
car. I got to do that one too.
Mine doesn't even show up in my car. The little LED displays.
Just gave up.
And it's
That
weird.
one
I thought
did.
it was a fuse, but it, like every once in a while, like a couple months ago, it was on for like half of the car ride. It's weird. Yeah, it's odd because if it's a fuse, it'll just never work.
Oh yeah, it'll be out.
Yeah. So.
All right.
I
I
don't know,
wonder if
weird.
it's the display itself.
I don't know. I don't really. I have all my presets.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, I have all my presets. I am cheap, so I'm not. Yeah, we're gonna end up having to get a new car here before too long. But
You know what? I will say you actually you got it fixed. For the longest time, he would start his car and
That's
you would
super
hear it
loud.
for like a block. And he finally got it.
there's a,
he took
there's
it to
a
a
crack in one of the mufflers or something. I
He
don't
took
know.
it to a mechanic because there were some other things that needed fixed, and they're like, "Oh, we can fix this too." And he was sure, whatever. And we were leaving the other day, and he goes, "Dude," he goes, "My car." He goes, "You can actually hear the motor now."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I don't believe you." And he started it. And I was like, "You can like it doesn't sound like it's dying."
Yeah.
And then right as he was backing up, it started making a squeaking noise. And I
Yep.
went, "And there it is."
There it is. That's what I told him. I was like, well, it's not real obnoxious and loud now, but there's another noise that I can hear now that has gotten quiet. So I just turned the radio up.
I had a friend who used to do that. I was like, "How do you?" I was like, "Dude, you haven't had your car serviced in like 2 years." I was like, "What do you do? Like, what are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I start hearing a noise. I just turn the radio up." I
Yeah,
go, "That's
no.
not helpful. Like, that's just going to make it worse." He goes, "It's not my problem now."
Well,
That's not a good solution.
That's the one thing I'm picky about. I'm very religious on the oil. Like maintenance stuff I'll do just because that's what's going to keep the motor running and keep my $0 car payments a month.
Yeah.
But honestly, I bought a hot rod for my first car, and I've had nice cars forever, and I've always like been really like crazy about keeping them clean and like could eat off the floor. I was on a date one time years and years and years ago, and the girl was just like, she said something because I'd taken her out a few times, and I said I think she drove one time, and she's like, "Don't make fun of me because my car's dirty." I was like, "It's not that bad." She goes, "It's nowhere near immaculate as yours." And I was like, I'm a weirdo, and so I think I did it for so long. I'm just like, nah, I don't really care anymore. I just don't.
When before the accident, I was extremely particular about how clean my car was, and I think I gave Kim a ride somewhere one time, and I had a couple of receipts on the ground because normally I have a trash bag in my car.
Yeah.
He's like, I am so
I
sorry.
had,
It's
thrown,
never like
I had
this.
just thrown the bag out, and there was a couple of receipts that I hadn't gotten a new bag for, and then they're sitting on the floor, and she opens the door, and I was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I apologize ahead of time for the state of my car. It's absolutely disgusting, it's filthy." And she opens the door, and she goes, "There's 2 receipts on the floor," and I was
Yeah.
like, "I know it's horrible." She goes, "What is wrong with you?"
At the time, I only had one kid, and I was like, my car seat with Henry in the back is like 12 times
Yeah,
worse
there's
than
like
this.
Cheerios and hot
But at least my
tamales
car is
and-
serviced. My husband's car,
Oh no, we're not going to go into that.
it's awful.
Well, yeah. Well, mine has like 3-year-old farm dust from when my brother had it out at the farm, and it doesn't bother me.
I can't. I see, even now, like I've gotten it clean like, since the accident. It's been a little bit.
I haven't
I've gotten
washed my
lax
car
on it.
since I haven't washed the outside of my car since I've had it. It's just rain.
God, that pains me.
It's rain, and it's got a nice paint job, so it doesn't really show that it's dirty. So.
It's because it's a white car.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
like a pearl. If I could see that it was
My
dirty,
car? No.
yeah.
The minute my car gets any dust on it, it's visible.
You know the color of the car, Eleanor,
Yeah.
the Mustang. That's what my old Mustang color was, without the stupid racing stripes. If your car didn't have like 600 horsepower,
That is an Eleanor classic.
well, Eleanor can have it.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to have that much horsepower. I mean, mine was like 400, but
Yeah, yours doesn't qualify for that.
anything really, I've driven quite a few high horsepower cars. Once you get past 400, it's pretty. Definitely not the same, but the difference between under 400 and over 400 is a big difference.
Oh yeah, it's funny because when I look at cars and I interact with cars, like I want to make a daily driver that's about 500 horsepower, and I don't ask me why. I don't have a good answer, and the answer I have nobody seems to enjoy
fun.
but me. Yeah,
fun.
because I can. Why not?
I do miss that
And-
about the Mustang. I used to toss that thing all over
Yeah,
the place.
and
I could light the tires up.
somebody
third,
asked me,
third,
well-
third into fourth gear.
Somebody asked me why is 500 your limit? I said because anything over 500 at that point you are making a car.
not a daily driver,
It's not a daily driver.
Yeah.
Over 500 horsepower, you're just starting to ask for problems and parts and things to break more frequently. 500 and below, you can kind of run with stock piston, stock stuff, and
Anywhere
and
like
make it work.
4 to 5. That's like your Corvettes. You know, a big V8.
Yeah.
So.
Anything
And V8s
over
are
that,
good.
yeah, anything over that, now you're like, okay, well, we're into performance parts now, and those break all the time.
And that's why you want a V8, because if you get like a V6 and twin turbo it, that you're introducing more parts that are causing wear and tear on the motor. Turbos are notorious for blowing motors up. So
As long as then that's running extra boost and stuff like that.
yeah,
you'll get guys.
you're asking more output.
Yeah. Yep.
Whereas a V8's like I'm big and I've got power,
Yeah.
but they're not going to handle the same way. So I don't know.
But anyway,
Before we go off on cars,
other than that, I think that's all we got,
digress.
guys. We wanted to get that little update to you for the team.
one more time.
Titan
the
events.
11th,
March 11th,
March 11th,
4
1600.
o'clock,
When's it run until like 6?
6:30.
6:30. Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit before dinner, so we will have some snacks. It sounds like
Yeah, we're going finger foods and
foods.
beverage.
little smokies.
Talk to.
Oh yeah,
Talk to
that's
April.
right. I don't know if I can make it or not. I don't know what I'm doing that Saturday.
I think
You
you should
will make it.
RSVP anyway.
No. You don't have a choice.
No,
you
I
have
think
to make it.
I might be out of town.
Not now. You're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna derail my out of town plans.
Yeah.
At any rate,
Good Lord.
at any rate, it's a Q&A for the canine handlers with Milo simulations. You can watch people who've never held a gun before do armed simulations, or
Yeah, that'd be cool.
you
Don't
know,
they have like zombie stuff on that too?
they do all
We can
sorts
play
of
some fun
stuff,
games.
some hunting.
Well,
But,
there's zombie stuff, skill
Is there a
builders.
duck hunt?
No, there's no duck hunt, but there is a.
There's one that's close though.
Yeah, there's something close to it.
Okay.
It's a deer hunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool.
Big buck hunter.
Kind of.
I used to play that all the time at the bar. I mean, at the restaurant.
Sure.
Out at places that serve beverages and food.
But
No, it's a fun one to play.
so keep that in mind, guys. Remember that event. If you did get the email, or you can find the first email, RSVP to it, so that we can get a head count. And then the second email will come out before the event, so that way you have a secondary chance to get there. If you can't RSVP, but you are coming, that's fine. But we'd like that, so that way we can get a proper head count and make sure we have enough for everybody. So
Last but not least, congratulations. I know there's going to be some social media stuff on this, so I hope I'm not upsetting our marketing manager. But congrats to Officer Burgess for his Officer of the Month award.
Yes.
So keep performing to that level, sir. We appreciate your work, and the location you work at definitely has a sense of or at ease when he's on post. So
should we mention our new sergeant?
yeah, we can do that. It's official. So
Yeah. So
congratulations to Sergeant
Patton.
Sergeant Patton. Everybody knows Patton. They probably spoke to him on the phone. If you've ever called the lieutenant phone, that guy holds it down quite a bit during the week. He has been promoted to sergeant over patrol. So very, very well deserved. He's earned it. Probably should have happened sooner, but he doesn't call or he doesn't complain. Well, sometimes he does, but he goes, "I'll do it, but I'm going to complain the whole time. And I said, that's fantastic.
You know what? That's fine.
And while making
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah. Yes.
And he's no longer allowed to drink Death Wish coffee.
No. He
Zooted.
does a jig every time.
God, it was like it was hoodwinked like the squirrel. God, it was horrible.
So, Patton, I know you watch
Hilarious.
these. Sergeant Patton, I know you watch these. You are a joy to have at the office. We appreciate all your hard work and everything you do for us and what you do for all your guys and the other officers. Your dedication is definitely not unnoticed, and I will sneak you some Death Wish coffee without Lieutenant Coop finding out. He'll probably find out because
no.
you will be buzzing around the office. So,
He'll be flying around the roof. What happened to him? We don't know.
no, but congrats, buddy. You deserve it. Yeah, so keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate it. Other than that, I think that's all the news.
That's all we got. So, Kim, thank you again for joining us today and giving us the time to go over the event and kind of answer any questions that we had or anybody else popped up with. So, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you joining us. Other than that, guys, we're going to call it. So, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekends. Weekend. And I'm doing it again. It's going to be a moderately warm one, so it's not going to be freezing cold.
Get out and enjoy some of that.
Get out and enjoy the
vitamin
weather
D.
if you're off.
Get some
And,
vitamin D. That seasonal depression is real. I was like, no, that's not a thing. People are just being weird. It's like, wait till you get like a 60 degree day in the middle of nowhere and watch how your mood just elevates.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
I'll walk out. I walked
Okay,
out. I walked out
okay,
the other day, and
alright.
it was like nice.
Yeah.
I brought my
Like,
coat in
that
because
was
I
2
walked in
days
the morning.
ago,
It was
or- yeah.
raining and it was cold, so I had my coat, and I walked out and I didn't have my coat on. And it was like 59 degrees or 60 degrees, and I just stood there and I was like, "Wow, okay, this is nice. I like this."
get out and soak up some of that sun, guys.
So we appreciate it, guys. Stay safe out there. Enjoy your weekends, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.